Tonight, Sarah Lee, Paul Saltman, Austin Shepherd, and the crew, covering all Elite Wrestling, bringing you the news. It's Sunday Night Raw, gonna rock your world. Tune into the podcast, let the chaos unfurl. The energy's electric, the passion's on fire. Kicking Out Podcast, take it higher and higher.
What's going on, Kicking Out Podcast Nation? It is Sunday night. It's August 18th, 2024. We're only 1 week away from AEW All In, AEW's biggest pay-per-view event of the year. Hard to believe we're only a week away, but here we are. A lot to talk about tonight. I'm your reigning defending KLB predictions champion for 322 days and counting.
Is that supposed to be some type of record or something? I mean, are people supposed to care about this?
Hey, that's up to if they want. It's up to them if they want to care about this or not. I'm just spitting out facts tonight. Rip Ryerson Jr.
I see. So I got to put up with this bull crap the entire night as you just talk about how, oh, I'm this awesome champion that nobody cares about.
Well, I wish you could try to take it off me next week, but you can't.
Oh, this is just a one-time appearance for me. I don't plan on being on this thing regularly. I got better things to do with my time than sit here and talk to some idiot like you.
Are you talking to me or the guy that's joining us right now? As the Shep
him too
is rolling in with the Jelly Roll shirt. So, what's up, Shep?
Why are you guys starting so late?
Well, we're slackers around here.
Most people show up to work on time. It would be beneficial for yourself if you would.
Well, where was Tanner at last week?
Well, I don't know. I heard he was at some concert or something.
Concert, football game. I was all over the place.
For a stupid team out of Denver.
Sorry, I had a performance Saturday night in Indianapolis. I couldn't make it.
Yep. So, Shep, we're not joined by Paul tonight. We're joined by this jerk named Rip Ryerson Jr.
Oh.
The guy's got an attitude.
I only have an attitude because I have to put up with idiots like you two the whole night.
Oh boy.
I still think Shep, he's just butthurt because he's not competing for this next week.
Well,
I'm just a manager. I have people who do these things for me. And the Chaos Collective, we've got gold. You don't need to worry about us.
Okay. What? Somebody got a gold tooth that got knocked out, and now you're holding it like, oh, I got a gold tooth. I got gold.
Oh no. My guy David Knight, he's got the FWF Hybrid Championship, and that is all that matters. It's the most prestigious title in the company. So I'd like to see the likes of either one of you attempt to hold that thing.
I just figured anybody who you manage and has gold would be equivalent to the WWE's version of the Speed Championship. So
no.
All right.
I got rid of the guy who thought he was, the next Speed champion, Scott Alexander. He's gone.
Okay. Steffies wants to know what do you thought about the race there, Shep?
I haven't watched. I literally had walked into my barn 5 minutes ago. I slammed my taco dinner, and I'm hopping on with you, jabroni. So,
all right, love it.
It was rain delayed. Actually, it might still be on, right? I should look. It was rain delayed like a couple of days ago, or a couple hours ago. Hold on. It was. Let's see.
I'm watching tomorrow at 11 a.m. She said.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Why? Fucking dragging me on like a fucking redheaded stepchild. Good Lord.
For almost 5 minutes in. Almost.
Well, I mean, don't tease my emotions right now. I mean, God, I got to turn this shit off.
He's trying to get locked in for his predictions. Which, speaking of predictions, we will be going live next Saturday night, shortly after Collision is off the air, as it's our all-in prediction show. It's myself, Shep, and JPJ, our buddy from Between Two Beards, going at it for the KOP predictions title. And Paul, not Rip Ryerson Jr., Paul will be on air too to moderate to make sure everything goes down cleanly. So
Yeah, again, I've got better things to do than sit here and deal with this crap from you guys.
good for you, Rip. We're happy for you.
Who's that? What's his name?
Rip?
Oh, I never heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty funny. I vaguely remember you standing up against a wall after a bunch of idiots decided to throw me into some water. So don't tell me this. You've never heard of me.
I was drunk, but it was funny.
What?
No.
Wait, Shep, you drink? What is this? I thought this was a children's podcast, for crying out loud. I mean, there's 2 kids on here.
Wow. Well, obviously, did your kid pick out that suit you're wearing?
You're so funny.
All right. Well, we got a topic at hand to talk about. So what I wanted to kick off the show with tonight, Stephen Chambers here on YouTube, our loyal viewer every week, is getting us rolling. You guys going to Arlington, Texas for All In July 12th. AEW dropped some big news this week that All In 2025 is going to be in Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Field, where the Texas Rangers play, instead of at Wembley. It's going back to Wembley in 2026. Tony Khan even said they're still going to run some kind of event in London in 2025. He wouldn't say what it was, but All In going to be in the States, July 12th, 2025 in Arlington, Texas for the AEW's first stadium show. What's your guys' thoughts on this big announcement this week?
Go ahead, Rip.
All right, don't worry, Shep, I will.
The Ripperson.
Rip it good.
Anyway,
RRJ.
I think this is a beneficial thing. A lot of times the true fans don't get to go out because, they're hardworking folks and they can't afford to fly over to London and go to Wembley. So this gives them the chance to go to a stadium show within the States. Now, of course, we know those people who think that they can afford to go to shows who will be complaining about ticket prices when this comes up. But, they can either shut up or go home. So I'm glad to see All In the States, though.
Shep?
I don't want to agree with that, Jabroni, but I do believe I like the idea of having their biggest show back in the States. Shows a little loyalty to what got them off the ground. And I think it'll be how do I say? I don't want to say this by copying the WWE, but they're going to have WWE-like production to pull off the stadium, which I think they haven't. I'm not saying they don't. I didn't like the production at Wembley last year. I thought it was maybe lackluster. I didn't like the entrance ramp. I didn't like that. So hopefully they go a little over the edge when they come back to Arlington in 2025. I would love to go. I'm gonna lean on Tanner for this one to do all that credential stuff because I'm not a people person, and I couldn't handle that. I'd tell somebody to jump off a cliff and hope their head hit the side of the rock nicely when they started asking, weird questions about all that shit. So, yeah, I mean, that's why we got the Tan Man. So, and by then he will not be the predictions champion. So he has something else to do on his plate. So that's why we got him.
322 days in counting, Shep. I'm going to keep it next week. I'll defend it 2 weeks later at All Out. I'll keep it there. Then we're going to be approaching a year. And then,
I will say this, though. As long as when All In comes to Texas, they don't decide to add a 5-mile entrance ramp, we'll be good.
Yeah.
I don't want a 5-mile ramp, but I think we need to have a little bit of Yeah, production ball. We got a little production ball. Come on.
Steven Chambers is not playing here. AEW cheaper than WWE tickets wise.
Well, no shit. I mean, if you ever
Oh.
if you ever look at SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble tickets, let's throw out WrestleMania. You have to look at those tickets. Holy shnikes, boys.
In the Rumble's coming to Indiana on February 1st. I'm like, I got to get myself down there, but it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the bank account.
Hell, the last time there was a house show in Fort Wayne, Indiana, if you wanted to sit in the first 5 rows, it was $400, wasn't it?
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Easily.
A house show. Show.
Yep. And I know Dynamites can be kind of expensive too. I mean, I think they could crank their tickets back a little bit, ticket price wise, but for the most part, yeah, Steven, you're right. Overall, they're more affordable. So, but I was happy to see the announcement. There was also a report going out last week that AEW is looking to do a stadium show in Australia next year. So definitely, they're trying to expand their reach a little bit. And I think this was just one of multiple big announcements coming out for AEW soon. If we're led to believe what Tony Khan's been tweeting, and this would be a good week to announce the new TV deal. I think, All In week this upcoming week. I think that'd be about perfect time to announce the TV deal, presumably with WBD.
All right, now let me ask you this: is this something he does live on Dynamite, Collision, or does he do this on the media call that he hosts before every pay-per-view?
That's a good question, Rip. I would say it's just a social media announcement. Kind of comes out kind of like it did for the stadium show.
Okay.
Because it'll come from WBD probably, and then AEW will come out with an announcement. So
yeah, why not have one of the executives from Warner come out to the ring with Tony and make the announcement?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Put a little shine to it, boys. Let's give it a little spiff. Make it sound like it's a really big deal.
Steven is saying do the announcement after All Out.
As long as they don't do it during the pay-per-view as kind of a second thought thing, I don't care how they do it. WWE did that with the moving of SmackDown and NXT. They posted it during the most recent pay-per-view, just popped it up like it was nothing. So definitely make something big out of this.
And that's one thing I don't think enough AEW fans are talking about in regards to All In being in Texas next year in July. All In's in July instead of August. Gives more room for All Out to breathe. Instead of it being a week after like it was last year, 2 weeks after like it is this year. I like that. Gives a little more build. I mean, I think All Out will be a fun card this year. I can kind of already see where the dominoes are falling there for that, but I still think that's such a quick turnaround. And I'm glad some of the streaming services like Thriller is offering a bundle to where you can buy both pay-per-views for a discounted price. That's nice because you almost have to do that if you're going to stack them so close to each other. You can't expect your fan base to spend $50 a pop for each of them 2 weeks apart.
So we're going to lose a pay-per-view next year because what's the pay-per-view in July now?
There isn't one.
There isn't one.
Well, they had blood. Well, they had Blood and Guts.
Blood and Guts is a Dynamite now. Still probably be.
Okay.
So yeah. So in the Arlington, Texas thing doesn't surprise me because look what they've done with the partnership at Esports Arena with Collisions. Seems like the city's really embraced AEW. It's kind of like a new home away from Jacksonville for them. Maybe kind of what Chicago was for a while. So and I know we kind of talked about this a few weeks ago. I've liked the atmosphere for Collisions in Esports Arena. I know the venue only holds like 1,000, but it kind of reminds me of all old school ROH production. But I think those shows have been a lot better in the smaller type venue than in the bigger venues.
Yes,
I thought last night's show was a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Tanner, I was told there are a couple of questions I have to ask when I'm a part of this podcast. And as you can see over my shoulder is a mask of Bray Wyatt's version of The Fiend and kind of a reference to the hat that he used to wear, which brings me to what I see over your shoulder. And that makes me ask, What are you watching?
Yes, thank you, Rip. You're learning fast, not here on the pod, but I usually try to bring up a wrestling event that's happened on this day sometime in the past behind me, and that's what we did tonight. We got SummerSlam 2013. Right now behind me, you have Bray Wyatt versus Kane, who is the mayor of Knox County, Glenn Jacobs, and then in an Inferno match.
Okay. All right. And then apparently the other question that I'm supposed to ask is for Shep, and it's what are we drinking?
Well, it's about empty, Rip. Get on your game, bro.
I can't help it. This idiot that you call champion took straight over right into, I was told I was supposed to ask this before talk of wrestling started, but he went straight into it because of Stephen Chambers commenting about it.
We're 15 minutes in. But anyways, we're going to have a little high noon tonight. Pineapple flavor. I reached for a peach, but I grabbed a pineapple. And then once that's done, oh, boys. We got the big dog waiting in the weeds. Little vodka soda. So I got to ask, Rip. I'm looking at you're the manager of the what now?
The Chaos Collective. David Knight, Cletus, and Casey.
Okay, good thing David Knight, doesn't spell his last name with a K. Just saying.
I knew that was coming. Oh boy.
Just throwing it out there, old Ripper, the old Ripster.
Uh-huh.
You guys might want to look about that next time you head down to the old ring.
Nah, we're good.
Okay. Well, you do have a dark suit on tonight, so I'll give you a little bit of an edge.
Yes, we are always repping the dark colors. We're not going to come out wearing white or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Occasionally, David Knight will wear a pair of white pants, but overall, we are a dark group, and so therefore, we represent that with dark colors.
Hope David doesn't pull a Sid with those white pants on.
No, he's good. He's better than Sid. Don't worry.
He's not going to shit himself or break his ankle?
No.
I'm glad
that's an honest question to be honest.
That was going to go over somebody's head there.
Actually, Kay, can you call David? Let's get him on the pod right now. Let's talk to him.
Oh, he's busy. He's busy.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have things that we are doing on a daily basis. We're not just the type of people who show up and wrestle and go home, like the people you follow, like Roman Reigns and, idiots like that, Solo Sikoa, and
man, you like this idiot word, Rip. You like?
Well, I can't help it. I'm surrounded by you people.
Rip, before we keep going in this AEW talk, because we are an AEW centric podcast, why don't you let the viewers and listeners who aren't familiar with you know what promotion you work for?
All right. I don't know how you people don't know about me. My name is Rip Ryerson Jr. I am the manager for the Chaos Collective. We are a promotion, or we are a group in the promotion, FWF, also known as Functified Wrestling Federation. You see why I prefer to just call it FWF. Management did not think that through. You talk about my name, Shep, Functified. Think about it. There's a group of people out there who probably can't even pronounce the word functified.
Man, that's what you guys need to do. The Funkadactyls. You need to bring Tyrus in as your world champ.
No.
There you go. That'll put butts in the seats.
We like people who can actually run ropes, okay? We like athletic people. And that's what we have at FWF. And you can catch us in Warsaw at the CCAC building right there on Old 30. So come check it out. Our next upcoming show is actually going to be August 24th. So I will be busy. That's why I won't be on this predictions podcast that you'll be doing next Saturday night, because I'll be partying with champions and winners.
So hold on. You're FWF at the CCAC. I didn't know you guys were a fucking eye chart.
Yes, you could say that. It's a great place though. You got to come check it out. I know the guy who's normally on here told me that you guys both like golf. You can do some golfing at the CCAC. They've got the ninth hole or whatever it is, little virtual golfing. So definitely something that you two might actually enjoy doing for a change instead of sitting at home all the time.
I feel
That's
like
in
we're
Warsaw,
getting,
Indiana, by the
I
way,
feel-
not Warsaw,
I-
Poland, for all you out there.
Yes, Warsaw, Indiana, inside the United States of
You-
America.
Tanner, you can't put it on a tee and not let me. I mean, people that watch FWF might as well be from Poland, a bunch of Polacks.
They're a bunch of idiots, that's for sure.
Come on, Tanner, you can't do that.
I mean, Tanner,
Come
Shep's
on.
not wrong.
I'm
The
trying
people
to
who
be
come-
nice.
No. The people of Warsaw, Indiana are never mind. I'm not going to get you guys canceled on your podcast.
I've tried.
He really has. He really has. I'm glad we're still here because 2 weeks ago when I was on the podcast last, I thought that might be our last show. So
That was one of
Yes.
the more untasteless jokes I've said.
yes.
I
guys-
enjoyed it though, Shep.
You
don't
guys
worry.
laughed. You guys laughed.
It was just so unexpected. I didn't know how to
I
react.
know. I shouldn't have said it. I apologize to all the Kobe Bryant fans and Laker fans that we have. My apologies.
You could have just left that Kobe fans. We won't apologize to the Laker fans.
Well, I don't know. You got them. You got JPJ and Pluggo. I guess they're East Coasters. So yeah. They don't
Oh, JPJ's not a Laker guy. Oh God. Oh, please,
He's-
Shep, next Saturday to throw him off his game. Call him a Lakers fan.
he is an East Coaster. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a Celtic. Diehard.
oh man, I have a
Pluggo's a
couple
Rockets fan.
from South Bend, Indiana.
I don't know how. We'll have to ask him next time we talk to him. I don't know. He just told me he's a Rockets fan.
Well, not everybody can be perfect like old Rip Ryerson Jr. up there.
That's true.
I do have. Is it bad that I already have a little notepad of a couple one-liners for old JPJ next week?
Not at all.
Try
I'd
to
be
get him thrown
disappointed
off
if
of
you
his
didn't.
game. All right.
Yeah. I mean, we're both. You and I are in a golf tournament in the morning. Hopefully that goes well for the both of us.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
not, it's gonna be a long day, boys.
Then we got a prediction show after Collision next Saturday night, so it's gonna
Yes.
be fun. It'll be fun.
Hey, Paul, or I'm sorry, Rip.
Yes, Shep.
I know you got a busy weekend next week, but if you'd like, the next couple days, I do have some front row tickets at the Chicago United Center. If you wanted to go up to Chicago this week and hang out, just let you know.
I see. Well, I don't know. Judging from what you've got there, you don't want to be in Chicago. So why would I want to be in Chicago?
Do you guys know what's going on in Chicago starting tonight?
No idea.
No.
It's the Democratic.
After you said, I kind of thought it might be, but
And again, I'm not going to get into that, but if you guys say some stuff I'm just giving you like, this is my asterisk, okay? Asterisk. Hashtag asterisk, whatever. If you guys say some stuff in the next hour that like set it up on the tee, like just let you know, Shep's probably going to take a swing at it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So,
All right. Well,
That's-
see, when I was
that's like-
seeing that you don't want to be in Chicago right now, I was sitting here thinking to myself, don't worry, I'm a Coke guy. I don't drink Pepsi.
Okay.
Phil.
oh, Pepsi Phil, there you go. Good job.
it's
Good job.
amazing. We're coming up on a year since he's been away from AEW.
Correct. And he's only wrestled twice in WWE.
Yeah. Fragile Phil.
He's old,
Yeah.
guys. He's
No.
old. Come on.
He is old. He is old.
Oh,
But-
come on. I've got people on my roster at FWF who are as close to his age, if not older. And I mean, just last Saturday or a couple Saturdays ago, we were up in Fort Wayne at Pierre's Entertainment Center where we saw Dick the Bruiser Jr. in the ring. Okay. Come on, Phil, get it together.
Wow.
All righty.
It's a
Shots
little
fired
harsh.
by Ripper.
A little harsh for the old Ripster.
Hey,
What are you laughing at, Tanner?
it's having a good time. AEW Dynamite. Let's get into it. What did you guys think about Dynamite? What were some of your takeaways from Dynamite this week?
It was a fantastic show.
Fantastic. Wow.
Fantastic show. Wrestling is always fantastic. All right. When you're this guy, you watch and you look for potential talent. And there are some people that I saw that could do the job there. The one question I have for both of you, and I know we'll talk about it at some point during this, who was in the mask and the hood?
I really thought they'd address that, and there was no payoff to it. So some developmental talent would be my guess.
Jobber.
Yes. We don't use the term jobber. We're all jobbers in this industry because we all make each other better.
Whoa. No. You said you only hang out with winners.
Yes.
If you're not a winner, you're a jobber.
No.
Yes.
No, even winners are jobbers because you go out there, win or lose, you make yourself and the person in the ring with you look good and look better. There is no such thing as enhancement talent.
All right, Rip. I'll take your word for it. But what matches stuck out to you guys from Wednesday night? Or do you need a refresh of what even happened Wednesday night?
No.
Go for it, Paul.
Well, I'm not Paul, but I'll go for it, Shep.
Go for it there, Ripper. The Ripster.
Your
Ripstanian.
Consumption of beverages for why you can't seem to remember my name tonight. But I don't know. Probably
He's ripped. Sorry.
I wish.
I always enjoy wrestling as a whole. But there were plenty of matches that stuck out to me. It would have been better if one of my guys were on your television and been winning, but I enjoyed all the winners.
Well, I was amazed.
Except that Mercedes.
Wait a minute.
Person.
Wait a minute. That didn't answer at all of fucking Tanner's question. What did you like about Dynamite? Jiminy Christmas. I feel like I'm Bully Ray talking to fucking Tommy Dreamer. Give me a more political answer there, Ripper.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
I answered his question. He asked what stuck out to me. I said the winner.
Yeah. Hey, everybody's a winner. We had a couple matches on there, and
there's a manager behind me, the wise man, Paul Heyman. Come on, Rip, get with it.
Oh my God! All right.
I will say that is the best all of history. But listen, winners. It would have been a perfect show had Mercedes not been involved. So
it would have been a perfect show if everybody won, according to Paul.
Yeah,
Rip,
the Ripper ripping a brain fart over there.
No, it's not a brain fart. It's me saying, look, it doesn't matter who had the best match.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
You listen. Never mind.
Good Lord.
Never mind.
This Rip guy's probably going to leave during the podcast, and I have a feeling our old buddy Paul might return.
No.
How this is going? Okay, Rip. You said you did not like Mercedes winning, but did you like the fact that the first time in AEW Dynamite history, a women's singles match opened up the show?
I did like that fact. The women are not showcased enough in AEW, and I think they are. Give them that, but I think they need to really push these women more. Not just a 5-minute match at 9:30 p.m. So I was glad to see this open the show. I just wish she would have lost.
Well, it wouldn't make no sense for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm not a big Mercedes hater like Ripster is. Not a big fan though.
I'm right
But
there.
I thought the way the show kicked off and the way they told the story, I really liked it. I
Mhm.
really did.
I
love Britt
Go
coming back. I love her coming from the crowd. I love Camille getting involved. I love it all.
Yep.
I think Camille is really, really good for Mercedes.
Mhm.
Gives her that more heelish asshole tone. And then obviously Britt coming in, just going to have a super, super face pop, which we got. Man, I know the old Ripster don't like any segment with Mercedes, but I thought this was a hell of a way to kick off the show.
And I like how she just started to become kind of the workhorse of the women's division. I think that's perfect for her.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, when you're carrying those type of titles, that is the workhorse of the division.
Mm-hmm.
You are the meat and potatoes. You are not,
Mm-hmm.
you're not the cherry on top yet. We got a hell of a story going on there, but you gotta be the meat and potatoes of the division and carry the division.
Right.
And right now, Mercedes is doing that. Whether you like her or not, she's doing that.
Yep. And I've seen some people in the IWC complain how Britt and Mercedes, their feuds kind of cooled off a little bit.
I would disagree.
The last few weeks, but Britt was suspended. I think it's going to rule next Sunday. I think it's going to be a great match.
Absolutely. And Britt's going to go over and we're all going to be happy.
I'm not showing my cards. So
I'm not showing my cards either, but here, we'll ask one question that you have to answer this, Tanner.
Yeah.
Do we see color in this match?
Only if it's out of Britt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You don't see Mercedes doing that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Well,
she's too good to do it.
It's out of character for her. I mean, and where she came from, which was a no-no then. I was just wondering if she would decide to, we're going to get this. We're going to get it's personal now. So I feel like if it's personal like this, color has to come into play at some point.
I think we're going to get enough color in the other women's match on the card. I don't think you want color in both your women's matches too much, at least, because I think there's going to be color in the other one.
Yeah, but this match will come first.
You're right.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I would save the color for the other one.
It's personal, man. I mean.
All right, let me ask you to jackalopes this question. Because I know you don't normally predict the
Hold on. To answer your question, Paul, yes, you're supposed to have hair down there.
Wow.
Oh,
anyway.
Question?
No. So, Tanner, Shep, thoughts on this mixed tag match that's been added to the pre-show? And who do you think wins? And why are we not seeing it for the title?
I'm fine with it not being for the title. I don't want to see the CMLL women's title defended on All In. I'm sorry, they got enough shows they can do it on their own shows. It's more of a comedic mixed tag. I mean, Stokely being in it just for comedic relief. It'll be fun to see Ishii beat the crap out of him. But in the end, I think Stokely and Statlander find a way to win.
There's a reason it's on the pre-show, not the main card.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it should not be on the main card.
No. Now, if it was Statlander and Willow for the CMLL title, I could see that on the main card. But the way they did this, 0 hour or whatever they call it now. They still call it 0 hour?
Yeah. Stephen Chambers says do the CMLL title match in Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff is having Dynamite and Collision this week. That'll be cool. Majin, what did I miss? Well, Majin, I know from a DM you sent me this week you wanted to rant about certain doctor. We just got done kind of talking about DMD and Mercedes, so ran away, my friend.
Hey, Majin, you want me
to... There's a jabroni here, as in Majin.
Hey, Majin.
Talking about Tanner.
Majin, do we need to fill you in about this guy in my top right and his attitude and
he's a jerk.
Attitude. By the way, hey Rip, are you a Brad Paisley fan?
No, not at all.
Then why'd you steal his vest?
I did not steal anybody's vest.
Okay, if you're not a Brad Paisley fan, you wouldn't get that joke, but
No.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was good.
Tanner thought it was good. Okay.
No.
All right.
Look,
I'm not gonna pick on RRJ anymore. RRJ and the KKR anymore.
A lot of letters being thrown out. A lot of letters being thrown out.
Oh God, I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
You know what? You know what match I enjoyed? Hangman Page and Jay Lethal. Thought that was a
that
fun
was
match.
a good match. That was a good match.
Okay, and this might throw a little tip to my hat later in the draft that I want to bring up, but Jay Lethal is so good, such a great performer.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they could do more with him. Really do.
Yeah, he just never gets any wins.
I just feel like there's got to be a spot for him.
Yeah,
there is.
no, I agree. But I mean, we knew Heyman was going to get the win, but I thought Lethal carried himself well, like he always does. And I've been enjoying Jeff Jarrett being in the spot kind of as a babyface, at least in America. He's not in Mexico.
No,
He helped Satnam Singh and Jinder Mahal win the AAA tag team titles last night.
Yes.
You talk about a show out of left field, and I'm going down a rabbit hole here. I'm sorry, everybody, but you had them win the tag team title. You had JBL come out with Nick Nemeth to lose to formerly known as Alberto Del Rio. He is now the AAA heavyweight title holder because of Conan getting involved in the non-wrestler owner. And he was ripping on AEW for the storyline of Tony Khan and the Elite. And they do something even worse. And you have Matt Riddle win a title last night. So, wow. That
guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, if they had Matt Riddle win a title and they had Alberto Del Rio win a title, then obviously they don't give a shit about women's rights. So
exactly.
No, they don't give a shit about anything down there.
We'll leave it at that.
But they probably served everybody their water too.
Wow. Well, that means Nemeth is going to have the fucking scorch for the next 3 days. Because if you drink the water in Mexico, boys, it'll you'll lose a couple pounds.
Yeah, found that out on my honeymoon. On accident.
Why would you drink the water, Tanner?
It was the ice. It wasn't the water. It was the dang ice at the resort in their freaking margaritas.
Well, then you should have drank it faster.
Well, that's probably true. Majin says, is it just me or has she, as in Dr. Bear Baker, become a bit of a problem lately? It seems like a few of the problems lately, she's the common denominator. MJF stuff, her. Seems like her and Adam are on the outs, her. I've even heard SRS, Sean Ross Sapp, a Fightful, apply that the ship might have sailed on Britt and Hater teaming up when Hater comes back, implied that apparently there could be tension between them. Personally, that he don't know what else he's typing there.
What old cold dump doctor?
I don't know if they're on the outs or not, but
there was a story that he was moving, and because of the way he stated things, he said, I'm moving by myself back to PA. So everybody's just jumping the gun going, oh, they're breaking up.
And Majin has a lot more of that StreamYard's only showing part of here. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, she does have some drama that follows her around, it seems like, but still think she's a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Can I give you guys one bit of shepherd wisdom?
Oh boy, is this a new spot here?
Yes, sure. This might be a new spot. All women. Okay, and we're gonna say all women. We're going tall, short, skinny, wide, big, redheaded, blue, purple, black, whatever. All women. They're all crazy. Just some more crazier than others. Okay.
Yes.
Well said.
So
every woman automatically appears on a crazy scale of 1 to 10, somewhere around 4. Some just might be closer to 10 than others.
I'm going to give old Adam Cole a little bit of the break here, and sounds like he's got a crazy one. And you know what? sometimes them crazy ones, you never know, boys.
Well,
I mean, there's songs about crazy ones.
Yeah, I've dated some of them.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. We don't even need to go down that.
I've sworn off all that stuff. It just distracts you from the business.
Yeah, I mean, we're 3 happily married men, so
yes, sir.
I don't know.
Steve,
I don't know. Is that Ripster guy? Ripster? Are you married?
No, I've sworn off all relationships.
Yeah, probably.
It distracts from the business.
Yeah.
well, there you go. Steven Chambers seen Cole could be making his return this Wednesday. Yeah, it was reported by Fightful he has returned to training, which is great to hear because that dude's been out forever.
That must have been a nasty ankle break.
Yeah, because, I mean, what a fluke injury, too. He just hopped off the stage and shattered that thing. And Jay White should be returning soon, too, from his injury. So AEW's starting to get some of their heavy hitters back. And then we need Kenny back. We need Hayter back. We need Adam Copeland back. Start rock and rolling again.
What about what about Ricky Starks?
He's healthy,
Who?
supposedly. Just waiting on creative. I think he's as good as gone whenever his contract's up.
Last
He's
time I
heading to
checked,
Connecticut.
he was sitting in the pool with the Rhodes family. So
Yep, he's heading to Connecticut whenever he can. So is Pentagon and Ray Phoenix, unless AEW adds a year to Phoenix's time because they could due to all of his injury time off.
well, his injury time off, and didn't he have a visa problem too?
He did. Which, okay. All right. So you guys both been in different businesses in your life. Shep, your family owns a business. If you were Tony Khan, what do you do in the Ray Phoenix situation? Do you play business to business and add a year so WWE can't take him? Or, your company's morale is probably higher right now than it's been in a while. Do you try to take that possible morale hit and say, or not take that possible morale hit, excuse me, try to keep up the good morale and say, hey, if you don't want to be here, go ahead and go. What would you do?
Let him go. I mean, I know Shep and I are going to disagree on this one, but seriously, you've got so many people on your roster right now that others are being overlooked. Let them go. They want to go over to Connecticut. Let them go to Connecticut. Let them find out how terrible it is. And then when their contract's up, they'll come back and they'll say, hey, we made a mistake. We'd like another chance.
They'll get pushed. I mean, when has WWE not pushed somebody that's come over from AW yet?
But here's the difference. Here's the difference. Connecticut cannot handle luchadors properly. They will end up.
Good point.
You're talking about pushing them. Fine. They'll push them straight onto speed, and they'll create a tag team division on speed and let them be champs on speed.
Well, it sounds like the Lucha Bros don't want to be on NXT. They want to be main roster. And that main roster over in WWE, they need a tag team, some more good tag teams. And say the Lucha Brothers come in and Motor City Machine Guns, like rumored, all of a sudden your tag division's got a lot stronger.
Here, what the big difference between Motor City Machine Guns and the Lucha Bros, if you throw them both on Raw or SmackDown, mainstream television, Lucha Bros are going to have a hard time talking.
Yes.
And I'm just saying it's just because of the language barrier. We didn't see them talk a lot in AEW. When I go put the business hat on, if I'm Tony Khan, Penta's gone, but I still have a chance to keep Phoenix for a year. Why let somebody make money off of me that I'm entitled to having because he signed a contract? And when I say make money, I'm talking merchandise and stuff. And there's enough luchadors in AEW where you could pair him with somebody or put him in a feud with somebody, and to make him relevant. So yeah, I'm keeping the business hat on here and keeping him in AEW. Why let somebody else freely gain off of something you could have had? Whether it's the right thing to do morally or whatever, you throw the morals out the window when it comes to dollar for dollar. You do the right thing. And if you rewind 5, 6, 7 years ago, she was on the other foot. You think Vince McMahon
Absolutely not.
would
He's not
let
letting
him?
anybody go.
You
No.
think he would let that kid rot at home?
Yep.
For a year before he let him appear on AEW television. So,
Yep. It's very true. Very true. Would you guys take this trade off? Lucha Bros.
Hey, the CMLL champion right over your shoulder there, Tanner.
I should just black out my TV. We had the WWE champion right over my shoulder a few minutes ago. It's crazy to see how far he's come in 11 years. Would you guys take the trade off of Lucha Bros for Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley?
Shelton Benjamin. I'm not a Lashley fan.
Neither was Triple H, supposedly.
Yeah.
But I think
great minds think alike.
I think he might be a surprise at All In. I think he's coming to AEW.
As of today, he is completely free now.
Mm-hmm.
As of today. I read that.
There's the rumors out there is he wants to do some stuff with AEW, some stuff in Japan, some stuff in Bloodsport. So we'll see. So, yes, Dynamite. Another thing I wanted to talk about. What did you guys think? And I didn't like this, but I wanted your guys' opinion. Hook and the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. We find out they're getting another match for the FTW Championship at All In. But, boys, this is exhausting.
Yeah, it shows that they clearly don't know what to do with Hook. And that makes me feel bad for him because he's just in this exact same cycle on repeat. They're never going to do anything with him because they don't know what to do with him. So they're putting him up against Jericho left and right and hoping that they can get Hook over. And I think part of that is the rumor that he wants to spread those feelers and kind of see what else is out there.
Yeah, just nothing for me. Yeah, they're not advancing Hook at all. I don't think the Learning Tree stuff's helping Brian Keith and Big Bill at this point. We're going to get Big Bill and Hook on Dynamite this week. I thought Big Bill's mic work was really bad this week.
Oh, that's awful.
The whole thing's just cringeworthy. I did like Brian Keith. After Big Bill said he's going to shove it up Taz's ass, Brian Keith right up his ass. I popped for that, but yeah,
he is a little bit of a comic relief.
Yeah, but man, this just I'm not excited for this match whatsoever.
So not showing my hand, but we got to put an end to this Jericho thing. So hopefully Hook does that, right?
Well, did you hear what Jericho said? If Jericho wins, they'll never revisit this. Hook's out of the Jericho vortex. But he never said, so if Hook wins, he's probably stuck in this crap for a longer time. So if that's the case, I hope Jericho wins. Get Hook out of the Jericho vortex. Him, Samoa Joe, and Shibata can make a run for the trios titles or something completely different.
Yes.
Majin, big Jericho fan, says, you know what, I'm going to say it. I don't want to hear any complaints about this Jericho stuff anymore. Would you rather watch New York where they face each other every week and at the pay-per-views? If this were New York, they'd kill this feud faster than AEW has, and Hook winning will
end it. I'm just going to predict what he's saying there.
No,
what happened? And what happened to Samoa Joe?
He's
take
out
time
filming.
off to film Twisted Metal on Peacock season 2.
But did we have a injury?
Well, remember Jericho loaded him on the damn
forklift. The
forklift.
Drywall.
Yeah,
the forklift.
Yeah.
That looked
Awful.
like shit.
Yep.
That looked like shit. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep. Very forgettable. Not your fault.
Yes.
That's not
Okay.
All right, you two jackalopes, before we go any further, I've reached the end of my contractual time on this podcast. So I'm leaving. I'm tired of you two idiots rambling on about stupid nonsense. I'm going to go hang out with some real winners, and I hope to never see either of you again. I mean, really, it would be too soon if I saw you again.
Well, go have fun with your Nightmare Collective, Paul. I mean, Rip.
Yeah. Chaos Collective Night.
I don't think Rip got over with the Kicking Out Podcast Nation out over here on YouTube. They don't seem to be Rip fans.
I think I was a little too hard on Rip. I'm sorry.
I think he deserved every bit of it, even more. I think we held back. So,
the old
yes.
Ripster. The only thing I can think of when you hear Rip or the Ripster, I always think of like, that's what happens when you wear tighty whities and you thought it was a fart. You know what I mean? Oh
Arts
boy, you got a Ripster there, baby, Ripster.
Oh man,
son of a bitch. Anyways, Dynamite I thought was a above average Dynamite this week.
See, Majin, I knew I liked you. Look at that. Look at that.
Really,
Look at that.
Good Lord, the guy's head
why
can barely...
Majin's my favorite Canadian.
Yeah, Marty McSorley's mine. He kicked Majin's ass. Tanner's head can barely fit in the screen the way it is now, Majin. Come on, give us some love. Give us some love.
True. Just wait till I defend that title at All In.
Good Lord.
But
you know what though? You better you're gonna lose it, okay? Let's just say you're gonna lose it. But if you happen to lose it to a fucking East Coaster, Tanner, I don't know if I can forgive you, man.
I don't want to send it out of the state of Indiana. So if I have to lose it, I hope you take it off me.
Okay, we have a little alliance here. I'm just saying.
See, Majin likes winners. I have been the champ for 322 days.
So hey, Majin, you're not French Canadian then, obviously, right?
Shep, I want to get your opinion because you're a big FTR guy.
Yes.
What did you think of the Bucks' acclaimed World Tag Team title match Wednesday night since your boys got involved?
I don't mind it. I thought the match started. A little slow, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they finished it was okay. And the way they finished it, we kind of saw the writing on the wall. And I mean, I think I'm always the first guy to say when you throw a triple threat into something like a pay-per-view, it's called lazy booking. Here,
hi guys.
Yeah, there's Paul.
What's up? Shep, you don't look excited to see me.
I'm so happy to see you, Paul.
You are a breath of fresh air compared to that rib guy.
Hi guys. Coming in like Jericho. It was better than Big Beal. All right.
Right back to you, Majin. Right back to you.
What was I talking about?
We were talking about the World Tag Team Championship match.
Hey, Steffi, you changed your profile picture.
Yes, she did.
It's not Punk anymore. Good job. Look, the Dr. Pepper, I agree. It's not that good, but it's one of those. I had a shirt on. The shirt, we're not going to discuss the shirt, but I needed something else, and this was the first thing I found at Walmart. So
there we go.
So FTR. Ooh. All right. Shep, talk about FTR.
Shep was starting to talk about triple threat match at the pay-per-view, and then Paul came in, guns a-blazing. Shep loses his train of thought. Here we are. Hey, Majin likes Dr. Pepper.
I can't even get my headset on, right?
Hey, Paul. Right? Hey, Paul. Paul, I have to show you a few comments you missed.
Oh?
While you were out.
Well, I want to talk about this triple threat match.
Majin says he's a Tanner Lee guy because he likes winners.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's all right, Majin. That's all right. Shep's always fired up.
I'm always fired up. I'm just high on life.
Is that
triple
what it
threat.
is?
Shep. All right. So
Yes,
so
triple threat.
triple threat.
Let's rumble. Let's rumble, man. America versus Canada. Dominate you. The only thing you beat us at is healthcare. It's the only thing you got.
Yeah, it's no,
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyways, triple threat match, lazy booking, I thought, but I'm gonna give TK a pass on this one because for what little tag team division we got going right now, when I say little, I know there's many tag teams out there, but what little momentum we have behind tag teams right now, I think this is the right choice to do a triple threat. So I'm okay with it. I'm going to give TK a pass on the lazy booking. And I'm going to enjoy this triple threat match at All In.
Okay.
I can stomach this better than I thought I was going to be able to because I thought the trios was going to be a triple threat as well.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Yeah.
God, we're having 2 triple threats, one for trios, one for tag. That's just way too much. But instead, we're having a fatal 4-way ladder match for the trios, and we don't know the 4th team yet. I'm a sucker for ladder matches. I like ladder matches, so I'm okay
the fourth
with
team's got to be the ROH titles holders, right?
Sammy and Dustin?
No.
Trios. Dustin and
Dustin Von Erich.
Von Erich.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about Dustin 2 belts right now.
Yeah, Dustin
Yes.
2 belts.
Which
Yes.
I love this run. But anyway,
Steven, I hope is not top flight. Even though they'd be fun in a ladder match, I give them no shot. I can't see them as credible opponents.
No.
well, now hold on. Let's go back. This tag team match is just a triple threat. It's not a
Yes.
it's not a ladder match.
No gimmick.
Right?
No gimmick. Right.
No.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
trios is a ladder match.
The trios. Okay. All right.
So we're gonna have House of Black, Bang Bang Gang, Christian's group, and then the 4th team.
I would think it's Dustin and the Von Erichs because they can take the L here and not hurt themselves being the ROH trios champion. I know at one point there was all one belt and we've separated that now. But that would make sense to get those guys on that card. So
Yeah.
and I feel like we're giving Dustin one last run right here, guys. You know, we've
big time.
Oh, absolutely.
If you look at what's going on in professional wrestling, obviously with Bryan Danielson right now, you know, working without a contract, gonna need neck surgery, yada yada yada. You look at John Cena preparing for a 1-year run, starting this January, and to give him one more run. Dustin's in that category, and he's not going to come out and say, "Hey, publicly, give me one more year." I think they're gonna do what they're doing right now with him, and I love it. I think he deserves it. I think he is a huge asset backstage to these guys and women. So, yeah, I think this is one last run for the old all natural.
Majin said, I've loved Dustin's last run, but he should not be holding both sets of tag gold for ROH.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? You can say that, but why?
I'm liking this different character work of Sammy Guevara so far. And if the rumors are true that they pitched for him for AEW to be part of the learning tree, and he said, no, I'm tired of it. And this is what he got. Good on him. Good on him to get away from that crap.
And you know what? If he said no to that, and then they just said, fine, we're going to put you in an ROH thing, fine.
With Dustin? With one of his mentors?
Yeah. One of the greats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Build him back up, then he can appear back on AEW, which, did you guys see they have officially rebranded ROH as AEW ROH now?
I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of Sammy, it sounds like Ty Mello is soon to return.
Mm-hmm. Which will be nice to see her back.
So
she always does good work in the ring. So, yeah.
I know. As long as you don't give her a table spot.
It's true. It's true. Imagine here, you're already complaining about the main roster not having opportunities for people. If guys like Dustin are holding both tag titles, and you have other main roster people holding titles down there, where's the opportunity for the other talent?
We're not talking main talent. We're talking ROH. This isn't. Yeah. They had a main talent. They were on the main show, but this is ROH, and he's elevating Sammy Guevara. So,
and this is one of those kind of like Jericho did with coming to AEW. You get a big name, more people will start to tune in. People love Dustin. I mean, you got people who are going to tune into ROH who might not have tuned into ROH just to see what Dustin can do. Or maybe they don't like Dustin and they're tuning in to see him lose.
Do you guys, and this has something to do with Dustin, but this has nothing to do with AEW. Did any of you guys follow the comedian Ari Spears?
Mm-mm.
No.
He's an African American comedian, funnier than hell. One of the most funniest individuals I've ever seen. But he totes the line a lot. And yesterday he posted a video, and I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see a video of Dustin Rhodes eating a tomahawk steak, and he's sharing this steak with his dog.
It's massive.
His mastiff. And it was his mastiff's birthday.
Yeah, I still.
So Dustin's got this obnoxious tomahawk steak, and he's sharing this with his dog. And he had kissed his dog a couple times in the middle of feeding this steak. And this Ari Spears, and I think I'm pronouncing his name right. If I'm not, I don't give a fuck. Anyways, actually, it gets me fired up when I talk about this. He makes so this comedian posts this video of Dustin doing this. He has no idea who the fuck Dustin is. Okay. But he makes a comment and he calls him a tissue paper human. Yeah. Again, look it up on Ari Spears' Instagram. And so I'm watching this, and obviously it gets my attention because obviously I'm a wrestling fan, and I'm like, how does this, I remember when Dustin posted this video years ago, a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start reading the comments, and there's 1,000 comments, and I got maybe through 100 of them. And out of that 100, 3 people referred to this guy as, well, that's Gold Dust. That's something Gold Dust would do. So outside of the wrestling community, it's kind of disheartening to think that a guy like Dustin Rhodes and what he's given to the business is treated this way.
And what he's fought through in his life. I mean, the dude fought through a lot of demons.
I don't know where I was really going with this. It just pissed me off, and it reminded me because we talked about Dustin, but I'm just really happy the way Dustin has came on with the Von Erichs. I love that they gave him the trios belt. Super surprised to see him win the tag team titles. And if you noticed, Dustin and Athena, I think, were the only 2 ROH talents or ROH champions that were in the Arlington press conference stuff for the media.
Yeah.
So let's give the guy. I think he will be in the WWE Hall of Fame. He should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
100%.
He should be there with his father. And what he's doing for the younger talents in AEW is great. Again, I got fired up because I remembered that post that this guy did, and I went on one of Shep's rabbit holes. But anyways,
That's
well, and go check out AEW's got, I wish they put some of this stuff on TV, but I understand this happened after Collision. They have a lot of these social media exclusive videos they've been doing lately.
Oh, the promos are so good.
Really good 4-minute one with him and Sammy after they won the titles backstage. And, Sammy brought up that, he's not always been the easiest guy to get along with backstage. He's got some problems, but Dustin's always had his back, always a guy he could go to for advice. So he was, just soaking in the moment that he won gold with Dustin Rhodes. It was pretty darn cool.
Yes. And Black Rain, man, how can you forget Black Rain when you talk about Dustin Rhodes?
Black Rain, and then he had that awful character for like a week in WCW 7. Then they had to pull that for many reasons.
One being that he went out and called it out.
He called it out personally, didn't he?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was Russo all over it.
Mm-hmm.
He put Judy Bagwell on the pole.
Yeah, he did that. He did. Majin, speaking of the WWE Hall of Fame, you see the Hardys coming out of obscurity to say they want to go back to WWE for one last run. Yeah, maybe they could do some in NXT to elevate some younger talent, but at this point, I just would rather them not.
Oh, okay. I see. I agree with you, Tanner. But do they need to have another little small stint in WWE to be available for the Hall of Fame in the next year or two?
I would say no.
Well, because they had some great careers in WWE and what they did outside the WWE is great. I feel like to be welcomed back into the WWE, the Hall of Fame, like you need to finish off your career. Whether that gives them 30, 45-day run real quick, but just to finish it up.
Yeah.
Make an appearance here or there. Be a surprise appearance at SummerSlam, be a surprise entrant at Royal Rumble, and then go off into the distance, and then be inducted to the Hall of Fame come April. So,
well, nothing's going to beat when they returned last time. WrestleMania 33, one of the loudest pops in wrestling history.
And if you remember the night before they dropped the ROH titles to the Bucks in a ladder match.
Florida. Yeah, great ladder match. Yeah, that's what caught everybody by surprise. Yeah. So.
Now, here's what I'm going to say, and you can disagree with me all you want on this. What I think they need to do, if they're going to have the Hardys come back for a Rumble, we need to get every version of Matt Hardy. We saw AEW kind of reference that in one of the big
Stadium Stampede matches.
Stadium Stampede. Thank you. I couldn't remember if it was that or one of the other ones.
That was the first one. It was the first one. Yeah.
Yes. But we saw this with Mick Foley. I think it'd be cool to, kind of hit it again with Matt Hardy. And maybe even Jeff. Jeff could come out a couple times, but
I like the idea, Paul, but the reason they'll never do it, taking spots away from other talent, especially younger talent now. I love the idea though, but with 30 spots, they won't do that.
Okay, all right, fine. Let's not do it at the Rumble. Let's do it over in Saudi with a Rumble over there.
I love the creative idea, but the Attitude Era, they didn't have enough talent to push. So that, Three Faces of Foley, they needed to get fully pushed, and now there's just too much young talent. There would be a lot of problems backstage, I think, if they did that.
Well, that's why I said split
just my
it up.
2 cents.
Have Matt show up at the Royal Rumble, and then have the others show up at the Saudi Rumble.
Yeah. Do they even do that anymore?
I don't know. I don't keep up with what they do in Saudi.
I don't think they do, but
that's like the only pay-per-view I don't watch.
Yeah. PLEs.
Nope.
PLEs.
Nope. Pay-per-views. These are not glorified house shows. Sorry.
One more thing, circling back to AEW, getting our focus back on AEW. One more thing I wanted to get you guys' opinion on. The main event from Dynamite, Swerve versus Wheeler Yuta. And then after the match, of course, we saw Swerve hit the kill shot on Bryan Danielson, get on the mic, say, hey, I'm going to take care of you for your family. I like how he's getting it personal, getting in there. I like how the video package for Danielson hit some career highlights, except for WWE. Really lean into, like, this could really be Danielson's last match. The one complaint I had for this match, I thought they gave Wheeler too much offense.
Yeah. Maybe give him. See, here's where I'm going to disagree with you. I think he should have had a little more. What? Because you're trying to build Yuta up as this up and coming star, and the Blackpool Combat Club is just supposed to be this dominating force. Yuta's part of that. You can't have Yuta continuously get squashed all the time.
I think this was far from a squash.
Well, I'm
it
not
was far
saying
from a squash.
I'm
The offense was
not
about
saying
even.
it was a squash, but I think let him get the upper hand a little bit more,
Oh,
and
they did
then
that.
a little more than they did to really make it look like, all right, maybe Danielson can pull this off. Maybe Swerve's not on his game. Or you could have played it off that Swerve was so focused on Danielson that he overlooked Yuta.
But then don't do the promo you did the week before to close the show when Swerve was just pretty much saying, I'm going to end you, Wheeler, like nothing. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's no
We get
consistency
that.
there.
We get that before all these big matches. How many pay-per-views or even big matches on a weekly show have we gone into where the people are like, oh, I'm going to make sure that you're buried and you're done and that's going to be the end of you. And then they lose the match or it's a 50-50 split throughout the match.
I wouldn't even put this match in the main event. I was surprised they did. I would have put the tag title match in the main event.
Yeah.
This been a great match to kick the show off. Even though the women's match was good, but this would have been good.
And the women's, and I know we're a little bit all over the place. We're mixing a Collision and Dynamite all together tonight. Whatever. We're a little off the rails tonight. I apologize.
It happens.
Everybody. I did like the fact that TK put a women's match to open Dynamite and Collision this week. We've never had that ever. So,
No.
Yeah.
No, and congratulations to the women who opened the Dynamite show.
Yeah.
Not a big Mercedes fan, but still, congratulations.
Modern says, so you want your world champ to look somewhat weak by giving a guy who's only been ROH pure champ?
Again, I'm not saying make Swerve look weak. I'm saying make Swerve look like he's looked past Yuta.
Have you guys been enjoying the build to Swerve Danielson the last few weeks?
Yes. I did not think I was going to be looking forward to this match at all, because a lot of times when we see these predetermined matches months ahead of time, we don't get builds.
Yeah.
We got a true proper build, and I am loving every minute of it.
And Shep, I don't want you to show your cards, but has any of the build the last few weeks made you maybe rethink your prediction for next Sunday?
Nope.
The main event? Nope. Okay.
I've been locked in for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many more.
Because I was in Vegas, wasn't I?
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see how many more matches are added to the final card here. I'm guessing 3 or 4 more.
Yeah. I feel like the main card will be a good 10 match.
The hardest one's going to be predicting who's going to win the casino gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sounds like we're going to get quite a few surprises.
Matt Cardona.
I'm just glad I'm just moderating this. I don't. I'll give my 2 cents, but my opinion doesn't matter. I love this.
I'm hoping for a perfect card again, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll get a perfect card. My name's Tanner.
Hey Tanner, what are you going to do if the 3 of you end up with the exact same score again?
Well, it's champion's advantage. Nobody beats the champ, so the champ retains.
We got to hear this again. Really, Paul? You had to bring that up. You had to bring that up.
No, I want to see. I'm thinking I have a way so we don't end up with a tie again, and I'll tell you guys about it next week during the prediction show. So you don't have time to think since JPJ is not here.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was going to say that's not fair, but that is fair. Okay.
I see Ryback in the background.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who the other guy was because usually the extras have become people, and I don't.
Not always.
Yeah, not that guy.
Not always. Not always.
Sometimes they just go to other companies because they think they're better than you.
Majin Shep, you're just jealous that you couldn't win the title sooner. It's okay.
Oh,
I won this title like 2 years ago. There, Jackalope.
Oh, not this one. Not this version.
You won the People's Champion. It's okay.
I won it twice, actually.
You won the consolation prize.
I won it twice.
I
Hey,
just want to
Majin,
see
go
if
put
Tanner
some.
can make it to 365.
Majin, just go put some maple syrup on your sausage real quick so you can shut the hell up.
Wow.
Could go for some maple syrup and some waffles right now. Sounds pretty good.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, do they have Waffle Houses in Canada? It's an
Honest question. Honest question.
It is an honest question.
Honest
If
question.
you've never been to a Waffle House, you ain't living.
Well, last time I went to one, it was awful, but that's another story. Down in
Was
Florida.
it before 12 o'clock in the morning?
Yes,
Oh, that's your fault.
I know. What my
The best
choice? I
time to
don't
go
want
to
to
a
there.
Waffle House is between midnight and like 4 a.m.
Oh, if
crap.
you haven't
It's the
been to a
only time to
Waffle
go.
House between midnight and 4 a.m., like Paul's saying, then you ain't lived.
Yep.
No,
That's
no
kind of
any-
the same with the old truck stop here in town. If you haven't been there between midnight and 4 a.m., you ain't lived.
Oh, you know what?
Hey,
That
they got
was
good
so
pizza now.
Well,
I like
yeah,
it. I like
yeah.
it.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, you get that curry shit, man. You be
Well, he says Waffle House. No, we have Pancake House here. LOL. Still good though.
pancake.
The pancakes, they just didn't work hard enough to get those chiseled abs that the waffles have.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're Canadian. You always get pancaked by the man. So
Wow.
Anything else you guys want to cover?
I tried to keep that as clean as I could, and
You did
Wow.
good. You did good. You did
I could
good.
have said worse.
Yeah,
I'm
you could've.
trying. I'm trying not to get Tanner canceled.
Oh, just me?
Well, I mean, sorry, Paul. The guy you had on here, we were meaner than hell to him. So
Yeah. Well, he
That's all
deserves
right.
it.
He
He's a
deserves
jerk.
it. Yeah. Hey, Punk's behind you.
And so is Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Dynamite. Any
this-
other thoughts on Dynamite?
Was this when they were fighting over Paul Heyman? Who
Yeah.
got custody of Paul Heyman?
Something like that.
yeah, it is actually.
Yeah. I love how we just went dead silent.
Did any of you watch
Reading
Rampage?
stuff. The
did
only
not.
thing I caught from Rampage was Scorpio Sky made an appearance.
No, it's about time.
And he was trying to get into Private Party's party. The security guard wasn't letting him in. They let Cutler in. Cutler's mocking him. All these other people mocking him. Private Party came out and said, "Let him in. It's Scorpio Sky." So well, maybe they're gonna do something with Scorpio Sky, which that's a talent. Oh, nope. Saving that for later.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And who was old Scorpio Sky's buddy in AEW?
Ethan Page.
And the other one?
Frankie Kazarian and CD.
And Frankie Kazarian showed up at GCW last night out of nowhere.
I did not see that. Wow.
Ooh.
Showed up at GCW in LA. I believe he's
from that area.
He is SoCal. Yeah. I think Manders was in the ring, which is one of their champions right now. I have kind of fallen off on GCW of late.
You're the GCW guy.
I was, and I used to watch it every other weekend because they great shows. And then kids and life get in the way. And
Yeah,
by the time I come out to the barn and turn it on, make a cocktail, and next thing I wake up, it's 4 a.m. because I fall asleep. So that's what happens when you get old.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to talk to JPJ about that because I know he's a big he watches a lot of GCW. So
he watches a little bit of everything. That dude.
and actually, it's still one of the greatest values on Thriller. I think it's $4.99 a month, and you get unlimited GCW shows. So,
man, this kind of rabbit hole. I know we've talked about this. I really hope with this new TV deal, I hope Max is included. I want that AEW library. I want to start throwing AEW's content behind me, not this junk.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Give us Max.
I mean, some of
Give
it's
us
fun
Max.
to look at, but I mean, I want to, watch some of the Dynamites from like 2019 and some of the first pay-per-views. Yeah.
Rewatch Cody's. In my opinion, you can disagree with me or not. Probably Cody's version of Tough Times, the first pandemic
Sure.
Dynamite promo he cut.
Sure. Yeah.
It gave me the same vibes as Dusty's
Mhm.
did. I mean,
Yep.
he's cut great promos since then, but nothing that real.
That was a great promo.
That was the last time we saw him with the Elite on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that night was because he was supposed to be still part of Blood and Guts at that point when Matt Hardy showed
Yeah.
up. Yep. It's hard times, damn it. Majin said.
Oh, what did I say?
I don't know what you said.
I thought I said hard times.
You
My
did.
bad.
You did.
Yeah,
Okay.
didn't really watch Rampage. I have not been a good Rampage watcher the last 2 months. I'll admit. But
Last
Collision,
2
I tuned.
months.
Yeah,
I don't
for
think
maybe 4 months.
I was going to say, I don't think we've really watched Rampage much since it
Nah.
started. Maybe a handful of
Yeah,
times.
I watched Collision though, not live last night, but I did watch it last night. Enjoyed it. Like I said, I've enjoyed this little esports arena run they've had in Arlington. Thought the tag match was real good between the Acclaimed and FTR, a 30-minute time limit draw that ended up being the reason why we got the triple threat. But I thought that was a lot of fun. Man, FTR, say what you want, Majin, but they have produced some all-time classic tag matches on Collision the last 2 years. Last year.
Yeah.
And last night was no exception.
Yeah.
But that was good. I enjoy Hologram. I'm really enjoying that guy's work every week. He's fun. It was nice to see the women open up Collision last night. So I thought Collision was fun.
It was Hologram is not Ricochet. Quit thinking
No.
it is, people.
Nope. That's the guy I think showing up in Wembley.
You think
Ricochet. I think he'll be part of that gauntlet.
Okay.
Yep.
Hologram's
Or-
too small, anyways.
Well, yeah, and he doesn't have enough tattoos.
Yeah.
But I think Hangman's going to be involved in that gauntlet. He's got to be, right? He's got to be involved in the show somehow, unless he's going to get involved in Swerve Danielson, the main event, because he's not scheduled to do anything right now.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I was reading the comments.
and you know, Okada's not scheduled right now to do anything. He's going to face.
No.
He's going to face Claudio this Wednesday for that Continental title. I hate that title. I'm sorry. I don't like it. They don't do anything with it.
Okay. Here's where I'm torn. I don't like the international titles look. I like the look of the Continental, but I don't like what they do with it. I think if they could get the international to look a little bit more like the Continental and make it the workhorse title like the international currently is, I'd be all for it. But
there's no international title right now, Paul. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, all right, MJF.
Well, that's what I find funny. The American title right now is being used more internationally than an international title ever was. I think it's hilarious.
I like it.
Pac defended it quite a lot overseas, don't forget.
And I'm glad Pac was featured on Dynamite airing out his grievances, because that dude, he technically was the number one contender for an international title, and they just forgot about him. So now he's going to face the winner of MJF Ospreay at All In.
Yes.
Within the building where he beat Kenny Omega. So I thought that was pretty good.
And I think that'll be phenomenal. And
either way, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not involved, so I can show my cards.
Sure you can.
I would love MJF to win it and then Pac beat him. Because you got what, 2-3 weeks in between each pay-per-view?
2 this year.
2.
So having Ospreay win it from MJF and turn around and drop it to Pac.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
The guy that really should take it off MJF, if it's not Will Ospreay, is Daniel Garcia. Story-wise, that makes the most perfect sense, but I don't know. You know, his contract status is still up in the air, whether he's going to stay or go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't think we'll see Daniel Garcia for a while.
yeah.
No, they're going to ride this out.
I think his
That's all I'm
contract's up in
saying.
October, so they might wait till then, one way or the
Mhm.
other.
And didn't I see Jack Perry come out with his own custom belt now.
That thing's stupid. Yeah, it's all black. Why can't we stick with one version of the TNT title? This thing just had like 5 or 6 different versions.
You can't let every champion have their own variation of the belt.
Oh my god!
And that's what we're doing right now, and it needs to stop.
Yeah.
Go back. I'll take the heat for this. I don't care. Go back to nameplates. We don't need those side plates, the custom side plates. Go back to nameplates where you just
I don't
popped
like it,
off
Majin. Sorry.
and popped it. There you go. I mean, some of the greatest titles had nameplates.
You're right.
There's so many things I want to say, but I can't because of our prediction show next week.
Oh, come on there, Tanner. We won't remember it.
Champions don't share.
Shep ain't gonna remember.
That's a good point.
Well, what do you think about the coffin match stipulation put on that match for the TNT? That's Darby's specialty. I mean, does it make it too predictable? The match result?
No.
No?
Actually, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think it does too. And
I think it does too.
Call me crazy. Call me, whatever you want. I wanted to.
We're not going to call you tall. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's fair because that's never going to happen in my life. Thank you, asshole.
You're welcome.
But I wanted to see AEW's first ever Infernal match between these two. And I know everybody's like, what? They're not in masks. They're not in costumes. How could they have done that? I don't know. I don't know how but I thought that made sense storyline wise.
Just because
Darby set him on fire.
Yeah.
And then Darby was going to set him on fire again. Like something fire related. I thought that's what I wanted to see, but I guess we'll do the coffin match again.
Okay. You can get him in the coffin and set the coffin on fire.
That's true. That's true.
Which could happen.
It's Darby. That could happen.
And I'm going to give you a little bit of insight here because that's how confident I am here, Tanner.
Peel back the curtain.
I'm peeling back that curtain for that confident match, coffin match. Matt Cardona wins that one.
All right. There we go. The Indy got himself.
The Indy ticker.
Death match king. Coffin match king.
Hey, imagine saying Paul won't remember this next week either when Logan hits him with an unprotected chair shot.
Hilarious. You know what? I would geek out, mark out, and probably piss myself if that door opens behind Paul and this 14-year-old kid, is he 14-year-old?
No, he's 12.
That's close. 12-year-old kid walks in and just hits Paul upside the head with a metal chair. Like, I literally will follow this chair and probably piss myself laughing so hard, and I will not.
It'd make us go viral. Probably make us go viral.
Oh yeah. What is that kid? What is that kid? What is that kid like, Paul? I'm trying to bribe. Let's bribe him.
Oh God, we're bribing kids now. Oh
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. To hit Paul upside the head with a chair? Come on.
That's true. Majin said Darby's gonna set him on fire, and Jack's gonna look into the camera and go, "See, that's real fire."
Cry me a river.
I feel like Paul's like, man, these guys are going against me. They're trying to get my kid to hit me upside the head with a chair.
See, the bad thing is, Shep, you could probably just say, you know what, I'll get you tickets to the next Dynamite in Indy, and he'd do it.
All right.
Or I'll buy you a wrestling figure. Or
there you go. That's a little cheaper.
Yeah,
depending on what you want.
Depends on how good this chair shot is, Paul.
Yeah, that's true. Can't be Hogan WCW style.
No, and we can't. Paul can't expect it. Like literally, the only ones that can see it is us because we're watching that door open behind him.
I want a Sean Spears to Cody Rhodes shot.
Oh, that was color.
That was lip on back of head.
Oh, lip rip.
In that case, let's get Logan a chair, Magic says.
Paul's like, man, I feel love. Everybody wants me to get hit in the head with a chair.
I mean, if they wanted Paul to get hit in the head with a chair, think of what if Rip was still here with us. My God, Rip was getting shredded in those comments.
He was.
Yeah, well, he deserves it.
Yeah,
he's racist.
Rip seems to get hit by something every FWF show.
Yeah, his dad hit him in Pierre's.
Well, and
Oh,
he
geez.
obviously can't swim in Rochester.
Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to discuss from the week that was Dynamite or in AEW before we get to our draft?
No,
Wrestler of the
I
week.
thought we had two solid cable television shows in Friday or Wednesday and Saturday.
And
didn't
then
watch-
Rampage.
I didn't watch Rampage. I'm sorry, but
I thought Dynamite was good this week, but do you guys feel like they really stacked up July? Where so far the Dynamites in August they've been good, but not as good
Oh,
as the ones in
yeah.
July.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
how
know.
I
I really felt they tried this week just going into Wembley. Like we're
Yeah.
2 weeks away. So
1 week. It's next Sunday.
or Saturday next Sunday. Yeah.
Next Sunday.
I don't know. I feel like they did that and Rampage and Collision. So next week, I feel like it's going to be even more stacked. So
From Cardiff. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
First
I'm a
time
big
they've
fan
done
of Cardiff.
Dynamite and Collision overseas. So
where the hell's Cardiff? Wales?
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a buddy that's from Wales. He's
Do
a
you?
crazy son of a bitch. He delivers postal packages now, but
Majin, help me out here. I'm guessing Shreya. Something about Shreya, I'm guessing.
Yeah. We didn't
Her
talk
birthday.
much about Collision.
Oh, what's her birthday?
it's her birthday. Her husband, Ronnie, whatever,
Mhm.
Boyfriend, husband, fiance,
Boyfriend.
something.
whatever. He had a hell of a song with Jelly Roll, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great fucking song.
Yeah.
Majin might be going to All In Texas.
You guys going?
I don't know, it would be
I don't know
fun.
if I can afford that.
It'd be fun.
Well,
I don't
we
know,
got to get some of that credential pass bullshit.
Yeah, one of these
Yeah.
AEW pay-per-views, we got to try to get a credential or something because we're
Yeah.
never going to get a WWE one. They're going to look at our podcast.
And then, hey,
I'll
if
let
we're
those
in,
guys in.
hey, Majin, I'm telling you right now, if we can make it into Texas with you, I will buy at a Waffle House.
There we go.
We're going, and it's going to be about 1 a.m. after you've hung out with me all night. Then we'll go to a Waffle House.
Saraya helped Harley in her match too. Tony cut a promo on her too. Apparently, I missed all that.
Mhm.
I must fast forward through that.
Tony and Soraya this week on Dynamite, by the way.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll
Yeah.
be good. All right. Show of the week and wrestler of the week.
Show of the week. You guys are gonna laugh. I'm going Collision.
I am too.
I think it nudged Dynamite out just by a titch. My wrestler of the week. You can call me a mark. You can call me a fanboy. I don't care. The Natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Just take my stuff. Just take my
Yes.
How did all three of us end up with the same show and the same wrestler of the week? That is a first, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Paul, you
That's
can
why-
go next and take the
That's
other
why I
next.
go first. That's why I go
can-
first.
You can take the next person that I'm going to take. So go ahead, Paul. Just take it too.
Oh, you
Go ahead,
think
Paul.
so?
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
I'm gonna go Collision.
Yeah, and just take the other person I want to take. Go ahead.
No, I'm not taking the guy who's in the title. My wrestler of the week actually isn't even on Collision. Whoever got the crap kicked out of them in the Mask and the Hood, just so Britt Baker could come down and surprise Mercedes.
Fair.
That is my wrestler of the week. Whoever it is, I don't even care. Props to them. They don't even get their
Look that
name
up. See who
mentioned.
that was.
The mod says Tony versus Saraya and Dynamite. Steffi, have the machine ready.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Majin, go take a shower.
Oh boy. Well, I'm going Collision as well. I'm giving it a 7-2.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even do ratings for
Yeah,
ours.
you didn't. You guys are jobbers. Man, who do I want to take? I want to take Sammy, but I feel like that's too easy. I'm gonna take Mercedes.
Oh,
Yep,
God, I can't do that. I can't.
taking Mercedes.
It killed me last time we did predictions where I had to pick her because I knew
Yeah.
it made sense.
Yeah. Well, good thing you're not predicting next week.
Yeah. As for my rating, I'm going to do what I did when I went solo last week because, you were watching Denver lose or whatever. I didn't even.
They won.
Okay. So congratulations to
Thank
Denver.
you. Even though it's preseason, doesn't matter, but yes.
Exactly. How the Browns do? I didn't even look.
I haven't paid attention. Like I said, preseason doesn't matter.
Exactly. But you sure mentioned them Friday morning on your other life. But anyway, I'm doing the week as a whole, not just one show. And I'm going 7-4 for the entire week.
Okay.
I could go the entire week. I like that. I'm going to go 6.9.
Of course you are.
That pops me every time.
You immature sons of bucks.
Every time.
I think that's an honest rating for the week.
It is a good rating.
Talking about Bucks, how about that sign on Wednesday night, the Dun Bucks?
Mm-hmm.
Saw that.
That was pretty good. All right, Shep, that gets us to our weekly draft segment as we're starting to wind down this week's pod. You had the topic. Why don't you explain to everybody what we're doing?
So, actually, I wanted to talk about this a couple weeks ago, but it didn't fit. So, and we've actually, Machin brought this up earlier. I want to know the top 5 talents, in your opinion, that AEW has dropped the ball on. It could be an ROH talent. It could be a Dynamite talent. It could be a Collider. It could be a Rampager, whatever. Talents they have brought in. It could be independent guys, whatever.
Males and females are still with the company, right? Not ones that are.
Nope. That are still under AEW contract as we talk.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go first. I think this is the obvious one. Jay Lethal.
All right. Okay. That is a good one. Not who I was going to take number 1. So a good one.
All right.
You got any reasoning? You want to back that up?
Hey. Jay Lethal had a great career in ROH. He had a great career in TNA. Mm-hmm. He had some good gimmicks. The old Macho Man gimmick.
Just go watch him and Flair.
Watch him and Flair. But take the gimmicks out. His in-ring work is awesome.
Phenomenal.
He can go with anybody. Anybody you put him in the ring with, he can go and he can turn it on. I just think he could be a lot more valuable to AEW than the current position he's in. So that's my number 1 pick.
All right, who's going next?
Paul.
All right. I didn't do mine in any order. I never do.
That's what a draft's meant to be.
No.
Okay.
I don't watch your professional sports. I'm a nerd, remember?
Okay.
No, this my first overall pick, Anna Jay.
I mean, pick her sometime.
Yeah, they brought her in. They booked her when she first came as being this amazing talent, and there's more than one phenomenal person. Quit being a Mark Majin. Anyway, they made her feel like she was this much bigger star than she actually was when she joined, and then they threw her with the Dark Order, which flopped after Brody passed away, and then they put her with the JAS, which was a flop from the beginning. And then she kind of faded back to the background. Sounded like they were going to put her with the Outcasts. Then that faded away pretty quickly. So I'm hoping when she comes back from Japan, they actually do something with her.
She's
she just had a really good match
over there in Japan,
by the way.
Yeah,
and they could put her with Jack.
I don't think they need to do that, but
yeah.
Well, my number 1's Mr. Wardlow.
I
Yeah.
knew that.
They've
That's
dropped
why
the
I
ball not 1, not 2, but 3 times.
Yeah, that's why I
Man,
didn't pick him.
He's had a couple nice TNT title runs, but still, it's like, he was as hot as hot could be after that MJF feud at Double or Nothing 2022, which MJF kind of ruined because he wasn't going to show up, yada yada yada, contract negotiations. They did nothing with him after that. They kind of heat him up with Adam Cole MJF stuff, put him as part of the Undisputed Kingdom. Haven't seen him on TV even for months. I hope he's hurt, because if not, there's no excuse. The dude's money. If he ends up leaving AEW, he's got to make a lot of money somewhere else someday. So Wardlow, all day long, is my one who they've dropped the ball with the most.
All right. We doing the snake style or normal?
Yeah, snake style. Yeah, right back to you, Paul.
No, it'd be back to Tanner.
Oh, back there. Sorry.
Yep. My number 2 is Ricky Starks. Don't know. Another great talent. I know this Punk stuff wasn't his fault that fell through last year, but he's still a heck of a strap match with Danielson at All Out. They gave him the tag titles with Big Bill. Don't think he wanted to be a face. Didn't want to split with Big Bill. He wanted, if Big Bill wasn't going to get the rub. I think there's a lot of drama backstage with him or something. I think he's going to leave the company and go to WWE once his contract's up. But Ricky Starks, my number 2. I think they could do a lot more with him. I think he's a special talent.
All right. My number 2, the Murder Hawk, Lance Archer.
I agree. That's a good one.
Heated him up numerous times. He is doing phenomenal stuff when he goes over to Japan. He won the IWPG US
IWGP
title.
US title over Mox. Yeah.
Yeah. And what'd they do after that? Nothing. He shows up to come lose.
Yep. Speaking of, we're not going to have Mox and All In, it looks like. He's finally getting his break. He's been gone for about 2 months. He's finally getting his break, but that's crazy. That's crazy to me, though. He's not going to be on All In. But
Well, and it's working because I've seen stuff on social media of where's Moxley.
Exactly. Well, and Christian made a comment to Renee the other day. I'm like, Mox is going to come after you, because he said something about her go be a mother or something like that.
Yeah.
Mox is going to come rip your head off. So maybe that was planted on purpose.
The next one for me, Keith Lee. Limitless Keith Lee.
Good one.
I thought his time in Connecticut was awesome. Hellacious of an athlete for his size. And then the few matches we got to see him in AEW was great, but then he's just gone and
injured a lot.
He was injured a lot, but I mean, a guy that can move at his size, definitely a top one for me. My next pick, they have tried to push this guy, and I don't know if it's the company or the guy. Okay. And that's Powerhouse Will Hobbs.
Okay.
He's hurt right now.
But I feel like the couple times they've tried to push him, it just didn't work. Just didn't work. I don't know if it's him or the way they're doing it, but he just can't get over. So,
yep.
But a guy in the ring that could just be a freaking bruiser.
Mm-hmm. He's got the look. Can't replicate that.
That he does. Next up on my list, Miro.
That was going to be my next one.
Miro's on my list, so that's a good pick, Paul.
I mean, he came in, he never even really got out of the gate. Every storyline they put him in was crap or little, or it didn't matter. So they had the chance to bring him in and just have him dominate the entire roster, and they didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot behind the scenes, I think, with him too, and creative.
There is. I know.
Eye.
I know he's kind of disagreed with a lot of creative things that have been thrown at him. Oh, their Majin agrees too, but still,
Yeah. My next one, I'm going to go on the woman's side, and I don't think probably you guys have her on your list. This might be kind of high, taking her at 3. That's Abaddon. I think she's got a very unique look.
She was number 5 on my list. Number 5
She's
on
got
my
a
list.
very unique look. She's been dominant the few times she's been on TV. And then, they heated her up for a while, had her lose one match. I think it was for the title. I don't remember who that was against, maybe Sheeta. And then nothing. We don't see anything of her. And I'm like, she was getting better in the ring every time. She's got that look and that mysterious mystique about her, and just nothing. She was actually, I did pop on Friday when Scorpio Sky came back. She was one of the wrestlers outside of Private Party's club enjoying a drink.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was kind of funny. But yeah, I'd like to see more of her. I mean, I think that talents like her are hurt by Dark not being a thing, Dark and Elevation by not being a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Agreed. 100%.
Next one for me, I'm trying to think of another woman. This does sound very strange because they've actually used her very well, but they haven't used her how I think they should. That's why she's on the list. ROH champion Athena. She's been fantastic as ROH champion, dominant champion, but there's no reason why she shouldn't be on AEW television. No reason at all. The fact that she's not on Dynamite, Collision, or even Rampage is a travesty. She's arguably the best women's in-ring worker that the company has.
You got
And
to
she's
that.
in ROH, where if people aren't spending $9.99 for Honor Club, they're not seeing her.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You got to the mute mic button faster than I could because I was looking at my list because I was debating between 2 for my next one, and I think I know who I'm going to go with.
Yes, I did, Majin. Yes, I did. I made Shep rage quit. Yes, I did.
Yes.
You did. You literally picked back-to-back picks.
All right, so I'm hoping this isn't on yours, Shep, but I waited till you got back, and I know a lot of people probably give me grief on this one. Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
I think if they did stuff with her, actually, you know what? I'll do her and Kip at the same time because I have something special for number 5. So Kip and Penelope Ford. Kip, of course.
You've always been a Kip guy. I've never seen it with them. I've never seen it with them.
And I think they dropped the ball on him. They made him a comedic character when he didn't need to be. But he's talented in ring, and having Penelope is good for him. And see, there we go. Majin. Penelope has shown out every time she's been given the chance. See, Majin agrees with me. They both show out when they get the chance. So push them. Push them as a couple, push them individually. Let's start a mixed tag division. Why not?
Okay. We're staying with the female talent here. Tanner literally went back to back on me. Not gonna lie, he went back to back, and I'm gonna obviously agree. I think Athena should not be buried in ROH. I really don't.
I don't.
I know she's the ROH champion, and I'm sure you guys talked about this after I threw my headset and went and made a cocktail.
Yeah,
because
and I said, Shep, she's been awesome. But that's my point. Like, there's no reason she shouldn't be on AEW every week, to where people don't have to spend $9.99 a month to see her in ring work.
Yeah. Another lady that is super talented. She's a veteran. She's been around the block. She's done it all. She's done WWE matches. She's done hardcore matches on GCW. She's done AAA matches. She's done CMLL matches. She's done it all. That's Tyra Valkyrie.
Oh, I like that one. I didn't think about that, but I like that. I like that a lot.
I mean, you talk about a girl that can perform in the ring. I know she's a little older than most, but that means all that means is she has the experience.
Mm-hmm.
She can do a lot. So
Yeah, I like that a lot.
that's mine. That's mine. That's my female talent. Boy, I'm scrolling up my list now because you guys took all my shit, man.
We're good at that.
Okay. This is my last pick, right?
Yep.
We're confused on this gentleman. He's got the look. He's got the in-ring work. From what we've seen, we haven't seen a lot of it. I think he could be really good, though. He's bounced around. That's Preston Vance.
Good one.
Yep.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's got a shit ton of talent. So, and shit ton of potential is on top of that.
Maj is about to explode if Paul or I don't take his girl. So,
well,
she was a
she's right where
champion,
she
Majin.
needs to be.
She was a champion last year at All In.
You talking about Soraya?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Okay. Hold on.
I thought about her.
She was on my list, and
honorable mention.
No, she was. I have a feeling, and this is just the read I get on her social media and stuff. I don't know if she wants to work that hard, guys. I know she has some injury stuff in the past.
History,
yeah. I don't know if she wants to work that hard, boys. So if she doesn't want to put the work in, I'm not saying she's lazy or whatever.
She's cautious with her.
She's cautious. Thank you. That's the word, cautious. I just think it comes on a negative light for her. So, yeah. She was on my list. She was, but I don't know if it's necessarily AEW and TK or if it's her, or maybe a combination of both.
Yeah, maybe everybody, including her, protecting her.
Everybody.
So, all right. My last one. I'm picking a tag team. We've talked about the fact that they've dropped the ball with this tag team numerous times. Private Party.
Yep. Go on.
I mean, look what they did in the early days.
Beat the Bucks.
Exactly. And then what? Nothing. We put them with Matt Hardy. We put them with,
Hold on. You're talking about two guys that are 5'10", 160 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. How can you you put them up against FTR? You put them against the fucking Outrunners. How are they supposed to be? How are they supposed to look dominant and go over a tag team like that? No, I'm sorry. And you know me, I'm the first guy to bitch about WWE and their size. But how can you bitch about guys that are 5'10", 160 pounds? They do flippy doos, which is fine. But they shouldn't go over guys like FTR. They shouldn't go over guys like the Outrunners. They shouldn't go over guys like the fucking Dark Order, the Dork Order. The Dork Order's bigger than them. No, absolutely not. All right, I'm over it. Next.
But all right. And I get what you're saying, Shep, but that's where it becomes kind of the David versus Goliath style stories, where you've got the underdogs coming. Okay, you want to go that way?
Go ahead. I'm letting you.
How about
easy? Breathe, ball. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, ball.
How about Bryan Danielson beating Triple H and Batista in one night?
Oh, that was a hell of a WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was 30.
But you're saying you're okay with that, but not two guys who are built very similar, weigh about the same, just a little bit taller. They're a little taller than
them boys
than
are
Danielson.
twigs compared to Danielson. They're twigs.
Okay, if you stretch Danielson out to their height, he'd look about the same.
If my uncle had a dick, she'd be my aunt.
Wow.
Whoa. Whoa.
You guys caught that one, didn't you?
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, that was funny.
But yeah,
I made
Rey
myself
Mysterio beating Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. Okay,
No,
Ray's got legendary status. I understand that.
But, okay,
But
hold
you're
on,
saying
hold
you're
on,
okay
hold
with
on.
it happening over in the WWE. But
you're
you
right.
don't
You're
want
right.
Private Party to do the same thing.
But you're comparing. Okay, you're comparing Private Party to Rey Mysterio and Bryan Danielson.
No,
Right. I'm just saying. Are you comparing them?
He's not trying to.
I'm
He backed himself a
saying
quarter.
I'm saying you're comparing. You're saying you're okay with this happening, but not this.
Those guys are fucking legends, man.
AEW is where small guys can succeed, but big guys can't. Next.
Yes, Tanner, who's your final one? We need to
My
start.
final
wrapping
one's
this
also
up.
a small guy, but it's not as much in ring. It's more the stuff out of the ring, not using this guy, the missed opportunities to print money. Danhausen.
Yes,
That guy's the most marketable dude in pro wrestling, and they don't do anything with him.
Evil,
Yeah,
evil
he's not
Tanner.
somebody- He hasn't been on TV for a year and a half. He's still under contract. He's wrestling all over in other places. He's a movie moneymaker for merch. I don't understand it. It just blows my mind.
I thought you were going with Peter Avalon, but
God no,
close.
get him off
Oh.
my TV. Keep him off my TV.
Oh no.
Cutler.
All right.
No, Jesus.
I agree with you on
Cabana.
that.
Marshall.
Did you say
What?
Cole Cabana?
Yeah.
I said QT Marshall.
At the same time, I said Colt Cabana.
Yeah, they're both.
QT Marshall's
he's in
going
a
to
pod.
show up in Connecticut.
All right, boys.
Tried. They don't want him.
That should tell you something.
All right. So with that, boys, be sure to follow the Kicking Out Podcast on all social media at Kicking Out Pod. Tune in next week as we'll be doing the prediction show with Shep, Tanner, and JPJ from Between Two Beards. So be sure to check that out. And be sure to check out kickingOutShop.com. It is your place to go for great merchandise, support a great podcast, look fantastic doing so. Don't forget promo code FUNHOUSE the rest of August for free shipping. FUNHOUSE. Be sure to listen to the Kicking Out Podcast wherever it is you listen to your podcast. And if it's Apple Podcasts, be sure to leave us that 5-star review because we are 5-star KOP. Be sure to follow Tanner Lee on all social media at TannerLee92. Follow Austin Shepard at TheShep27 and follow myself at Paul Zartman87. And with that, for Tanner Lee and Austin Shepard, I'm Paul Zartman. Join us again next week as we make predictions and kick out yet another podcast.